Hello guys, BorisT here, and welcome back to the channel. Before we even start, I have a brand new channel. I opened it a few days ago and there's already one video online. It will be all about horror movies and horror related stuff, which is one of my biggest passions, aside metal music and video games. That is my second channel of 3 that I'm planning to have. The third one of course will be about games. Test channels hopefully will be a support to this main one, so I might be able then to travel to different countries to film test vlogs that you like to watch. So if you want to help me, please subscribe to it. Starting a new channel on YouTube is always a pain in the ass. You will find the link in the description down below and in the first comment down there. So regarding of the topic of today, one of the many questions that I always get, beside how I write my songs, is man, how I can promote my band. Think after 6 years and 2 albums out for a label, with a lot of tries and error, I figure out what works and what not works nowadays, especially in 2024. Things that might sound obvious to some of you, but trust me, aren't that obvious for a lot of people out there. Let's start first with the thing you should not do. Spamming your music in people's message box, like Instagram for example, is one of the worst things you can do. I don't know how many of these messages I get daily. Sometimes this band or individuals that don't even follow me send me their Bandcamp link or their YouTube link to their songs with written zero, nothing. Which means they are just spamming, literally sending that link to everybody. Sometimes they write something like, here's the link to my band, take a listen. Sure I will. Then you have the professional one, that writes you, here's the link to my band. This is what you can do for us. A review reaction of our track will be the best, blah 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 blah, thank you.
What the actual fuck did you just say to me right now?
I'm definitely gonna film and edit for 8 hours, for free, to give your band some visibility.
Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight.
Guys, don't do this. Not only you will get the opposite reaction, but you will sound desperate. It's not asking random people to listen to your music that you will gain fans or you're gonna grow your audience. Also because some of them might click on your links, listen to 10-20 seconds to the song and say, man, that's so fucking nice, but in reality they don't give a shit and they will forget your name the next day. Another thing you should not do, don't spend your money in advertising like Facebook, Instagram and so on. They're useless. I'm talking about that little thing that appears sometimes on your Instagram or Facebook where you say, hey, do you want more people to reach this post? Pay! Don't do it. Useless. I did it for my first album, both Instagram, Facebook. You gain nothing. Your picture will appear on someone else's home, they will put a like, sometimes they will visit your profile and that's all. Don't waste your money with recordings. Nobody give a shit if you recorded your album in a fancy studio. I thought that having my album, mixed and mastered in the Morbus studios, something like that in Sweden, where, a lot of famous bands like Vatane have mixed their album, well, that brought me, something that I could use, like, oh, hey, my album was mixed in Morbus studios. Who fucking cares? As long as it sounds good, it's fine, nobody give a shit where you record your album. Many still think, oh, I will work my ass off, I will get the best studio there and I will find a label that will sign me, send me on tour and make me famous. Dream about that. Labels nowadays are totally different than what they used to be in the 80s. First, big labels. Forget it. Not all of them, but most of them. Just take famous bands. Just go Nuclear Blast and other famous labels, scroll the bands and you will see always the same famous names. Most of those big labels have removed the section where you could send them a demo or something. Some of them has a form that you have to fill where they ask you how many tours you have done, how many followers you have on Instagram, how many views your last video has, and so on. It's basically like when you are 18 and you're trying to find a job and they're asking you how much work experience you have. Small medium label, if you're lucky to find one, there's good chances that they will ask you to pay half of the promotion for the album. That's because with the current music situation, labels can't risk to invest all their money on a new band. And I get that on some point. Because I've seen so many bands that after their first album, when they think, oh, I signed for a label, I will be famous, the label will pay everything and work their ass off. They realize that it's not like that. Probably with your first album you will get little or zero recognition out there in the scene. And they get discouraged by it. And what they do? They just stop playing music. I know so many people that did that. And this for label is wasting money. Will they still search for a label in 2024? Absolutely yes. The thing is that they have distributions around the world. So if you want to sell your physical copies everywhere, it's always better to have a label than sell your album on the other side of the world and make your fans pay much more for the expedition, much more for the custom fee, and so on. Imagine that vinyls are selling much more than the CDs nowadays, and producing like 250 vinyls costs you around 2,000 or even more US dollars. So the prices are nuts to produce these things. So yeah, I will probably keep a label. The main error that most of people do nowadays is thinking, okay, I have a label, now I can concentrate just on music, create new music. The label will think about the promotion, the label will think about the social media stuff. No, you couldn't be more wrong. That is the main thing that all my friends got wrong and got disappointed by it. What you have to do is spend even more time on social media than music. And you probably think it the same as my friends thought. Boris, but I hate social medias. I'm a musician, I'm not a damn influencer. Good. Then you can literally stop right now with music and find a new hobby. Unfortunately, this is the main way to promote your band nowadays. It can be annoying, it can be frustrating, but if you want your band to be known out there, thousands of other bands like yours, you have to work your ass off on social medias. Most of the labels, also the big ones, you always use the same way of promotion nowadays. They usually have a guy that the only thing that he does is literally taking your press kit where you have your single, the news about your album, and he starts to send it to different websites to be reposted. Same for the reviews. The promotion lasts usually a couple of weeks, and then the label starts to promote the next band. This is usually when you get a little bit of recognition, and now it's up to you to keep the interest high. How? Simple. Start with shorts and reels. They're really easy to make, and it's really easy to get viral. Do you have a cool part on your song, maybe a solo? Play just that part. Try to film it in the best way possible, make it kinda interesting. And don't call it like Aziz's Hell on Earth solo, if nobody knows who the fuck is your band. Call it something like, this solo is amazing. You know, people were like, oh, this solo is amazing, let me listen to it. But if you have your band name that nobody knows about, why someone should click on it? I will show you an example. Before the release of my second album, The Ritual, before it was even out, I posted t-shirts on YouTube. I just called it. I love this part. And someone can say, let me listen to this part, you know. If it was written TRYGLAV, The Plague, and you don't know the band, you wouldn't click it. So it makes you curiosity, you know. 36,000 people listened to it. If just 100 liked what they listened and went on Spotify, it's already a win. Next one. The first single of the new album is out. This was like a small trailer, you know, with this cool picture. 64,000 people have heard that. And the album wasn't even out. There's infinite possibilities with internet and social medias. You have to use all the platforms, even the ones that you hate. Facebook is maybe useless, but as long as you use TikTok, you can automatically share also on Facebook, so it's fine. But when I say about the hated ones, TikTok. Guys, do you know how much I hate that platform? You know well, I made a couple of reaction videos on that platform, and then people saw me like, Boris, but it's you? You're on TikTok? And I'm like, no, it's not me. Yes, it's me. God damn, it's me. At the beginning was the Norwegian that was uploading all the stuff. I didn't want to even to see that up on my phone. Then I was like, okay, don't be a boomer. You're doing it for the band. Come on, do it. But TikTok has two great things. The algorithm and the fact that it's used mostly by teenagers. And before this starts to sound creepy, listen to me. When is when you are the most hungry for new music, when you're constantly searching for new music, when music is never enough, you want to hear more and more and more. It's when you are a teenager. Combine that with the algorithm that works great. Even if you never upload anything on that platform, you can understand the potential from it. Anyways, same for the reels and shorts. I do the same here. I posted me playing my own song, The Ritual. I didn't wrote TRYGLAV, The Ritual. Who the fuck is TRYGLAV, someone will think. But if I write black metal, 117,000 people have seen that video. And if you click the comment section, you will see my comment at the first one saying song, TRYGLAV, The Ritual. Another thing to make people listen to your music without them even realizing that your purpose is them to listen to your music is to throw your music in a video that nothing has to do with your music. This is a short of trips that I made in Norway. You're watching Mayhem stuff and famous Norwegian places, but the soundtrack is my own song. 230,000 people have listened to that song. And if you check the comment section, name of the song please, song, music. I know some of you can say, yeah man, but you know, TRYGLAV was known already before that, you know. Yes, true, but I did that even with music that I compose and use for YouTube. For example, my last song, BorisT, Storms of Hate. I put that song in a clip called The Church That Varg Burnt Down. And there's my thrash metal song. I also took the clip of the main chorus of the song and I upload just that part on TikTok, calling it Thrash Black Metal. 11,000 views. And currently I have 1,500 people listening to BorisT on Spotify, and this song has over 2,000 streams for a song and project that I basically never promote. TRYGLAV is my main project. I promote it much more, of course, and currently on Spotify I have almost 40,000 monthly listeners, and that's just because I constantly throwing out TRYGLAV songs on my clips, on my YouTube videos. Guys, these are the best tools that you can use to promote your bands and are free. I still see nowadays a lot of bands that paying to going in tour with famous bands. That's a simple scam. They make you pay 6,000-7,000 euros for nothing. This money goes directly to the main band that probably is able to pay the entire tour just thanks to your money, where they will be able just to make profit out of the tour, while what you think you will gain? A couple of hundred of fans on Facebook? I know bands that toured like Europe for 3 times the entire Europe with famous band and gained 0. Agency, the same. If you don't have a name, they'll just try to scam you. I was invited last year to play at Hellfest, Dark Troll Fest, and other festival that I never announced. This year I was like, you know what, let's do the things properly. I'm gonna contact some agency so I can start to organize the stuff in a more professional way, you know? Out of 5, just 1 answered, and they described me all the things saying, you know, we can provide you around 2-3 tours per year. So like, 2-3 tours? Paid tours? That sounds too good. So I asked them more information, saying though, I'm not interested in pay to play. I never got an answer anymore. And I wonder if those other agency didn't answer me because they might know about the channel and they were scared I could have done a video about it. I don't know. But yeah, basically the agency was getting money to find me tours that I should have paid them. Wow. You don't need that. You don't need to pay. You have to just work your fucking ass off and promote your band. Another thing that I think that is really important to promote your band at the best is trying to have your own style. And I'm not talking about music, but I'm talking about visual. Doesn't matter the image of the band. Yes, it matters, because if I'm scrolling a webzine, a metal webzine where all the bands look the same, and there's this band, let's say Ghost, and I've never seen them, I don't know anything about them, there will be more chances that I will click on Ghost and hear Ghost than the other 10 same generic looking bands. With that said, this is all for this video, guys. Hope this video can be kind of informative or help you with your journey with music. Let me know what you think. Remember to subscribe to the new channel, and as always, I will see you all in the next video. Cheers!
Satan.